Hi, my name is Nick Ackery. I am the owner and head instructor here at J&M Training Academy, and in this video I'm going to go over the staff drill that I just did. I really love this staff drill because it's a great way to work on many of the basic moves that you'll do in our staff forms without having to take up all the space that you would need to do a form. We don't always have the time, or the space anyway, to practice our weapons forms, especially on wintry days. If you're not adverse to going out in the cold, you're not going to go out in the backyard and swing your staff. Maybe you will, and that's awesome for you, but there are some people that would rather stay inside when it's too overly cold. So anyway, great drill. If you don't have a whole lot of space, you still need a little bit of a ceiling space, but you don't necessarily need to use a staff that is as long as you usually use, because this works on mostly mechanics and not so much the extension of the weapon. So here we go. I'm going to break this down into 3 pieces. As I mentioned, this uses all, or not all, but many of the basic blocks and strikes that you would use in our traditional tung soo do forms. And in order to do this drill, you're going to need to know what those basic strikes and blocks are. So if you're not familiar with those, I would suggest you go to my other YouTube video for our basic strikes and blocks and review that before you attempt this drill. All right, here we go. As I mentioned, there's 3 parts. Part 1 is going to be our tucked strikes, and there's 3 tucked strikes. Part 2 is our blocks, and there's 2 blocks. We just have an up and a down block. And then our final part is going to be our untucked strikes, and there's 3 untucked strikes. So I'm going to do each part, break it down by each part, and then as I move to the next part, I'll stack it onto the previous part, and then in the end, we'll see the full drill. Okay, here we go. Grab your staff and follow along. So we're going to start in our ready position, and we're going to do our first part, which is our tucked strikes. So we're going to go low, low, and then high, and then high, and then we're going to bring it and go down, down. All right, so that's our first part. One more time. That's a low, low, high, high, down, down. From here, we're going to bring the staff back up when we have our part 2, which is our 2 blocks. So we're going to go up block, down block. So real easy. One more time. That's just super, super easy. 1, 2, and if we add that to the first part, we have low, low, high, high, down, down, up, down. This is starting to sound like a cheat code for a video game, but that's okay. It makes it easier to remember. All right, so for the next part, we're going to do our untucked strike. So after our downward block, we're going to strike across once, strike across twice, uppercut, uppercut with the other side, and then we're going to step out, spear, step back, roll the staff, step out, spear, and then bring it back. We're back at the starting position. So one more time for that untucked strikes. We just did our low block. We have cross strike 1, cross strike 2, uppercut strike, spear, spear, and then we're back at the starting position. So then if we put it all together, we have low, low, high, high, down, down, up, down, cross, cross, uppercut, uppercut, spear, spear. One more time. That's low, low, high, high, down, down, up, down, cross, cross, uppercut, uppercut, spear, spear, and then as you get better, you just want to speed it up to work on the flow of the drill. And one more time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we're done with the drill. You can do that as many times as you want to get the flow down. Like I said, it's a great way to practice a lot of your basic skills with a quick drill in a couple minutes each day. You'll definitely get better with at least some of the movements of the staff. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and check out my other videos.